Hey everybody, well, it's been a long day of playing with the mower, the line trimmer, and the blower from Ego.
Yeah.
And we've got some summary for you.
Okay, so let's talk about the mower.
I love the mower.
Yeah, I love the mower too. The main thing that I absolutely love about it is how light it is. I mean, really, being able to push it around. I've always liked self-propelled lawnmowers. I've just thought it's easier when they have the heavy engine and all that. But with this thing, I don't miss it being self-propelled at all.
No, there's some tight spots in my yard, especially like side of the house, between the house and the fence, where there's barely room to get around. If it was self-propelled, it'd actually be a problem. The design just seems to have thought everything out. You can change the level of the mower with one lever that's doing all four wheels simultaneously.
Yeah.
And it's not difficult to do. I mean, it's
yeah,
very
it raises
slick
the whole
motion.
body up and down. I don't know that I would want to mow at night, but you could. It
Probably
actually
not. Yeah.
put headlights on. You could do it. We did a sound check with them. We used an iPhone app.
We don't really know how accurate.
Yeah, I don't know
it
if
is.
the app's accurate or not, but we powered it next to a regular mower. And
Regular being a gas mower.
Yeah, regular. This is not a regular mower. This is the new stuff. But on the gas-powered mower, decibel range was about 90 to 95. We couldn't hear each other when we were talking. You guys are all familiar with that. We did it on the Ego mower, and it was about 85. So it's about 10 decibels less.
Yeah, and 10 decibels, just to give you a rough idea, that's about 8 times louder. Every 3 decibels, you get a doubling of the sound level. So it's a huge difference in sound, and there's no way I would ever even consider mowing with a gas mower early in the morning and disturbing my neighbors. The Ego, I still, I'd probably err on the side of caution, but I still could see doing it. The other thing about the gas mower, and you can expect this from me, obviously, if you've been a fan of my blog at all, is as soon as we started, the smell of the gas fumes coming off of it was just a killer.
Well, and a segue off that, starting the Ego is amazing. You just pop in the key, the safety feature, pull the handle, you're done. It starts every time effortlessly.
And I didn't just go electric, because it's a fad or something. One of the concerns I had was I have 2 gas-fired water heaters that are in my garage. And I was concerned if I'm storing gasoline or had a gasoline-powered mower and edger out there, that the fumes from that might somehow get to the open flame of the gas water heater. And that was a concern for me. And also, my car is a hatchback. It doesn't have a separate trunk. And so hauling gas from the gas station to the house.
Well, and that's not, the gas goes bad.
Yeah, you have to treat gas if you let it sit
The cost of the
too
gas,
long.
the cost of everything. So it's kind of a no-brainer.
Well, if these don't die after
that
6
is the
months.
main. Yeah, you don't know how long the battery's going to last. If this battery lasts years and years and years and years, this is a game changer.
Yeah.
Now the price, it's more expensive than your low-end mowers, but it's certainly not the most expensive ones. There's a lot more that are double the price. So this is kind of middle of the road as far as that goes. But again, the only thing would be if the batteries don't last.
And a cheap gas mower isn't going to last either. I passed a guy in a hardware store the other day, and he was loading up a mower, and I was rushing over to help him because he was struggling to get into the shopping cart. And I said, well, you did a better job with that than I would. And he goes, I can't believe I'm having to replace this so quickly. I got one just 2 years ago. 2 years, and he's having to replace a gas mower completely. I don't expect that out of this at all. I don't know about the battery, but the construction of this is just so slick. It takes up very little area when you fold it up, and it stands upright like folding up a stroller.
Yeah.
And in my garage, space is at a premium. We've got 2 cars in there, a freezer, a bunch of shelves, and this thing can go right up against the wall and take up very little area. I pull right in and park next to it. I'm very pleased with how little space it takes.
Yeah. All right, well, let's talk about the trimmer then.
The trimmer I really like. I've always had electric trimmers. I've never had a gas trimmer. I think you've had a gas trimmer before.
Yeah, in fact, the one I have doesn't even work. I mean, I've tried priming, I can't get it to go. The power of a gas-powered one is cool, and the mobility of it. I've never really liked electric ones with the cord, because that's always been a pain.
because you're always carrying, you're dragging that cord along, and
Well, no,
invariably it's going to unplug from the wall.
The worst spot is when you get to a corner and you're right there and you can't go any further.
Right.
So this is awesome. I feel like you have the power of a gas trimmer.
Oh, it's powerful.
Very powerful.
Very powerful.
It is a bump one, so when you eat string, you just bump it. That's cool. It's a dual string too, so it's really neat. Really, really powerful. I love it. I think you were talking about when you edge, you kind of had a concern about the guard.
Yeah, there's a little flip out guard, and one of the competitors, I can't remember if it was a gas one or a electric one, but it had a little wheel there. So as you're edging, you're not supporting the weight of that trimmer out there. You're just letting it rest on the wheel and pulling along, whereas with this one, I'm holding that weight all the time. And I did my yard before coming over to Charles's today and working on this one, and I'll tell you, my back was a little sore, you know, at the end of the day, but I did the entire perimeter of my house, the slab where the grass grows right up against it, the entire wood fence perimeter, and all of the sidewalk and driveway edging, and that battery,
yeah,
it lasted. I mean, when I plugged it back into the charger, I think it still had 50% to go.
See, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. I don't really see any complaints about that. You can't really go wrong with it, honestly. And again,
I wish that the handle, you know, the handle that they're balancing it by, there are 4 screws, and you've got to get a Phillips head screwdriver out if you want to adjust it. And there's times that I want to set it on its side for edging, and other times I want to trim along the bottom of the fence. And it'd be really neat if they had a quick disconnect, you know, so I could just flip it over to a new location.
That's true
and
too.
latch it
That's
back
true
down.
too. But I mean, for me, for my concerns, that doesn't really bother me as much. And I love being able to get in every space and not worry about it. So that's awesome. I really, really recommend it.
Okay, now about the blower. What'd you think?
The blower is like a freaking rocket launcher. I mean, it is.
Well, this is the first time you received yours today. I ordered mine.
Well,
today.
and that's what we were
First time
talking about
ever
earlier.
played
Like
with
the cool thing is, you can get it without the battery. So since I already had the trimmer, I didn't need the extra battery because I'm going to use both. I'm going to use it for both. But to do that, you actually have to order on the website. The stores don't carry it like that. So that's a little bit of trade-off, but they'll deliver it to you. It doesn't come with much. I mean, it's
the thing I like is the company really walks the walk. I mean, yes, electric devices are less pollution, all that, but when I got the mower, all of the packing inside was pulped cardboard. So it's ready to be recycled, and it probably had been recycled already. The only plastic that was in there was the plastic bag that the instruction manual was in. No styrofoam at all. I mean, that really impressed me, and I recycled the entire packaging. Today when we opened that, it had cardboard spacers in it. Again, the only plastic I saw was the bag that the instruction manual was in.
Which is cool, and really, there's not much to it. You pop the battery and you go. There's a turbo button on it. There's different speeds.
The turbo button is amazing. When you hit that, you literally feel a recoil from it.
Yeah.
I
mean, it sounds like
powerful.
a jet engine taking off. It really does. It's cool. So that was cool. I've had other blowers in the past. I've had other battery blowers that just, you feel like it just kind of parts the sea around you. So you're leaving all the leaves around you as you're walking.
And it just closes back in
Yeah,
again.
yeah. That's ridiculous. So this one, then another county. Seriously, I think this is probably the most powerful blower I've ever seen. Like, right?
Well, I don't have a lot of experience with it. You know, this is really the first blower I've really played with that much.
I've always used them because it's just a nice clean-up job, but this one is amazing. This is the battery that would come with the blower or the line trimmer, string trimmer.
That comes with a mower.
Yeah. Obviously, this is the bigger battery. They say that one will last about 45 minutes. Certainly, I don't have a large yard. I have about an average-sized yard, but that covers my whole yard on the mower. They say this will last about an hour for the blower or the trimmer. And the thing about it is, too, this comes with the regular charger, so it takes a little bit longer. The lawnmower comes with a quick charger, so you can do a full charge in about 30 minutes, which is really cool.
Yeah, I've even read one guy was mowing a half-acre lot, and he would mow the front yard and then recharge the battery while he was doing all the edging. And then he'd come back, the battery's charged, slap it in the mower, and go do the backyard.
I feel like they've taken really cool technology, they've made it safe, they've made it fun to use.
Yeah, and in the mower, they even have 3 options. I use the bagger on mine, so
Yeah,
I'm bagging up
I
my
mulch on
clippings.
mine, but yeah.
He mulches on his, and there's also a side discharge unit. So however you like to dispose of the clippings, you've got that set up.
So I recommend this all the way. I think it's really cool. I don't think you can go wrong. I mean, again, it depends on how the batteries do, but outside of that, these are pretty perfect to me as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I definitely would recommend go get one of these, try it out. It is a blast. I love the technology. I know the blog is My Electric Vehicle Journey, and none of these are vehicles, but this is part of the journey. The car changed me. This is changing me further, and I'm looking at technology to solve problems in a way that are good for the planet and good for my pocketbook. And yes, there's a bigger investment in the beginning with this as far as compared to the bottom line mowers, but they're not going to last anyway, as we saw from the guy at the hardware store. I think dollar for dollar, you compare this mower to an equivalently priced mower or blower or line trimmer, and this one's going to come out on top if they're the same price.
Absolutely. So that's what we think. Go ahead and leave us some comments, give us some feedback.
Yeah, there's a comment section on the blog post. We'll definitely get back in touch and let everybody know the answer to any questions you may have.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by, and go check them out.